Good day, everyone, and welcome to our lecture 2, which our topic will focus on strategic training. So, what will be our learning outcome for today's lesson? First is it will discuss how business strategy influences the type and the amount of training in a company. Also, it will explain how the role of training is changing. And at the same time, it will describe the strategic training and the development process. So first, let's talk about the introduction. So a business strategy is a plan that integrates the company's goals, policies, and action. So normally class, pag gumagawa ng mga goals ang isang business or company, ay dapat align yung goals nila with the policies and their actions. The reason why is because kung yung goals nila are not aligned with policies and action, possible na hindi maging efficient and effective yung pag implement at pag-achieve ng mga goals ng company. So, for example, no, yung McCormick and Company, no, in US, normally their products are into flavorings and spices, and their products are into enhancing the taste of appetizers, main dishes, and desserts, no. So yung si McCormick na nga na yun, no. McCormick, paano ba spelling na yan? McCormick. Okay. Is ang kanilang strategy is focus number one on growing sales, no? So that's the first goal that they have. And at the same time, they are trying to foster innovation by managing the cost base. Syempre, no, as a business, they also focus on profit. So, paano nila ginagawa yun? They try to innovate their products nang sa ganon, yung kanilang cost base, no, ay kanilang mapa-maintain or mapa-minimize. Okay? And also, there is a planning for succession. Na syempre, since this is a company, no, that requires research and development, and of course, no, the formula that was created before needs to be improved and needs to be, um, be passed in the future. So, kailangan is merong planning for succession yung mga researchers and even mga key personnels dun sa company. So, anong ginagawa nung McCormick, no? Actually, no, they are trying to develop, no, their technology, nag-hire sila ng mga scientists, and they also create mga learning and development centers for company leaders. Nang sa ganun, yung mga empleyado na merong potential to become future leaders may have a chance to become promoted, no, or future leader in McCormick company. The strategies influences how the company uses its physical capital, no? Ano ba yung mga physical capital natin? We have the plants, technology, and equipment. Also, they need to manage their financial capital. That includes their asset, their cash reserves, and at the same time, their human capital, which are the employees. The business strategy helps the company, no, or helps, no, the overall business uh, to have company activities. So ano ba yung mga activities na yon? It includes the production, syempre hindi mawawala ang finance, no, marketing, and of course the human resource. So itong mga activities, no, ng production, finance, marketing, human resource should be aligned with the business strategy to reach specific goals. Kagaya kanina sa McCormick, pagdating sa production, kailangan is, yun nga, no, ma-innovate nila yung product, na-manage nila yung cost base, So, sa human resource, yung kanina, yung succession planning, dapat is may papalit in the future. So, again, that is just some basic example. Moreover, the goals are what the companies hopes to achieve in the medium and long-term future. So, bakit may medium at long term? Kasi normally, no, um, they need to achieve first, no, something before they could able to achieve the long term. So, para siya yung nagiging midway, no? Kasi if hindi ma-achieve yung medium term goals, possible there is a less probability that the long-term goals will not be also be achieved. Strategy has a particular influence on determining, number one, the amount of training devoted to current or future job skills. No? I remember class, no, merong isang company, I don't know if you are familiar, which is the IBM. Okay. So itong IBM na to, no, reinvented itself in around year 2000. Okay. Its strategy is to reshape its workforce to better meets its clients' needs. Kasi nga dahil sila ay nasa technology industry, ay kailangan nating maging mas high-tech, no? At kailangan nating i-meet yung mga needs ng ating clients. So, anong ginawa ng IBM? So, what they did is they create a learning team and design learning opportunities into the work itself. So, what does it mean, no? Ito yung tinatawag nilang work, okay, embedded learning. Embedded learning. So, what is work embedded learning? Ito yung mga employees, no, nagwo-work via computer to connect with experts. So, why do we need to connect with experts, no? Siyempre, because they have prior experience at sabihin na natin yung empleyado is not yet an expert of something. So, he needs to have an advice, guidance from someone who has more wisdom than him or her. So, yun nga, no, dahil siya ay work embedded, nako-connect niya yung computer niya dun sa isang expert, pwede siyang mag-inquire, pwede siyang magtanong ng specific technical questions, or possible, he or she might ask some questions relative dun sa mga nagawa na before at na mga naging problema para ma-minimize yung errors dun sa present na ginagawa niya. So, that is an example of work embedded learning. Sabi dito class, no, the extent to which training is customized for the particular needs of an employee or is developed based on the needs of the team, unit, or division. So, when we are creating training programs, no, dapat is nagde-develop tayo, no, based doon sa team mismo, sa unit, or the division. So, why? Kasi iba't ibang specialization normally yung mga division or unit, no, sa isang kumpanya which um, requires different training programs. Whether training is restricted to specific groups or employees, such as person identified having as managerial talent, or open to all employees. So, may mga training naman na pang-general siya. It means that anyone in the company uh, can attend kasi it is a general skills. Like for instance, no, customer service, no. Maybe some of you will say, what if I'm working in the office, I don't face customers. So, ano yung magiging ano nun? Hindi ka siya magagamit. Yes, magagamit mo pa rin siya because technically the office, no, the back support, their customers are the employees per se. Kumbaga, yun yung kailangan nilang bigyan ng customer service since Nang sa ganun, maging customer service oriented din yung mga frontline employees natin. Whether training is planned and systematically administered, provided only when problems occur, or develops spontaneously as a reaction to what competitors are doing. So, pwedeng ang training daw, planado, or pwedeng develops spontaneously. What does it mean? Kasi nakita natin na merong ginagawa ang competitor which becomes their competitive advantage. So, syempre tayo, we have to do something that can cope up with that kind of situation or competitive pressure. The importance placed on training compared to other human resource management practices such as selection and compensation. Iba kasi yung importance ni training kay selection and compensation. Of course, selection and compensation added good results for the workforce, but in terms of professional growth, it is the training that really matters. The evolution of training role. So sabi dito class, no, learning refers to the acquisition of knowledge by individual employees or groups of employees who are willing to apply that knowledge in their jobs. So in making decision and accomplishing tasks for the company. So kagaya ng sinabi dito, no, ito yung pagkuha daw ng knowledge, no, ng isang empleyado or grupo ng empleyado para ma-apply niya, no, yung knowledge na yun dun sa kanyang trabaho. While knowledge, no, refers to what individual or teams know or already know, no. For example, we have the human and social knowledge, no, as well as company rules, no, processes and tools and routines, which is the structured knowledge. So yung alam na ng isang empleyado, maybe because of his past work experiences, or maybe because of his intern or kahit anong background niya, no? That is the human and social knowledge. Pero pagdating sa mga company rules, proseso, tools, and routines, ang tawag doon class is the structured knowledge. So that's the difference between the two. Meron din tayong tinatawag na explicit knowledge, which refers to the knowledge that can be formalized, no? O yung tinatawag nating codified and communicate. So normally, yung explicit knowledge can be found, no, on manuals, formulas, and specification. So itong codified knowledge na to, ang nakakaalam lang nito ay yung mga empleyado ng kumpanya, no? For example, let's say in a supermarket, no, they have some acronyms like triple E. Okay, so let's say, no, the employee, no, mentioned that you have to go to the triple E. It means the employee's entrance and exit. So that is a codified knowledge. The next one is the tacit knowledge. It refers to the personal knowledge based on individual experience, no? That is difficult to explain to others. Kasi because tacit knowledge, no, is difficult to communicate. It is passed along to others through direct experience. It could be interacting with other employees or watching other employees. So yung tacit knowledge daw, no, ito daw yung personal knowledge na minsan it's really hard, no, or difficult to explain dahil nga it is based on experiences of the employees. So movement from training as an event to learning. So sabi dito, no, at Walt Disney, over the last 10 years, training has evolved to include flexible learning delivery, customized learning experience, and collaborative development with internal training customers. So, sabi dito, no, yung Walt Disney Now, no, nagiging ano daw sila flexible pagdating sa kanilang learning delivery, no? There are classroom discussion, may mga on-the-job training, meron silang mga computer-based training. So, and of course, collaborative development. Kumbaga, in developing the training programs, hindi pwedeng ang gumagawa lang nun are human resource. It should be a collaborative effort of the HR department and other department involved, no, in the operations or in the other uh, areas of the company. Disney has moved from an instructor-led training approach to an approach that uses face-to-face instruction, which is the classroom and on the job. And combined with the online instruction is the game simulation and e-learning. So dito, no, is meron silang instructor, meron din silang mga classroom and on the job, tapos meron din silang mga online, no, just like the what was mentioned. As companies recognize the value of training and development and view them as a part of a broader learning strategy, there are 7 key capabilities, no, that are needed according to a survey by Accenture Learning. So first is the alignment of learning goals to the business goals. So alignment of learning goals to business goals. So dapat class is yung ating goals sa learning, no, must be aligned with the business goals. If kanina, no, our objective sa McCormick is to increase the sales. So therefore, kailangan magkaroon tayo ng mga sales training. Okay? So maybe another example is the Ford. Ayan. We have the Ford Motor Company, no? So dito sa Ford Motor Company, no, meron silang mga painters. No, painters, no, yung nag-aano ng mga kulay ng kotse, no. Doon sa kanilang tinatawag na Ford Assembly Plant. Okay? So, sorry. So, as you can see, dun nga sa Ford, no, meron silang tinatawag na focal point. Okay? Itong focal point na to, meron siyang na-discover na parang to improve the 60 steps involved in painting. Kasi during that time, meron daw 60 steps involved in painting. So, ngayon, ang ginawa nung focal point na yon, kasi normally class, no, when you are doing a job, ikaw mismo yung talagang gumagawa ng trabaho, since na-master mo yon, no, eventually makakakita ka ng paraan para mas mapadali yung trabaho. So that is actually the common na nangyayari sa any companies. So kagaya nun sa Ford, no, may focal point nga sa mga painters, at dahil doon, yun, nakaisip ng idea yung focal point na yun na paano ba mas mapapadali yung kanilang current procedure. Second is measurement of the overall business impact, no, of the learning function. So dito is dapat meron tayong measurement if yung learning natin o yung training natin will have an impact dun sa overall business. Okay? Importante yon, nang sa ganon, yung budget na ilalaan natin doon ay talagang worth it at kaya nating i-justify sa management. Movement of learning outside the company, no, to include customers, vendors, and suppliers. Dapat is yung ating learning, no, should also consider, of course, how we could able to treat our customers well, how to deal with different vendors, and even how to manage our suppliers. Um, Another, no, value of training and development is a focus on developing competencies for most critical jobs. dapat yung mga key people dun sa kumpanya, inade-develop natin, no, continuously yung kanilang competencies. Kasi pag ito ay hindi gumaling or nawala, no, possible magkaroon ng ah, magkaroon ng less productivity or less performance or less result in the company. Also, there should be an integration of learning with other human resource function, no? Such as knowledge management, performance support, and talent management. So, dito is nakikita natin na uh, those knowledge, no, that was learned, the performance, no, that they need to deliver, and the people, no, who deserves to be promoted through talent management ay kailangan ma-integrate natin. Okay? So, kailangan maging performance-based yung ating career growth nang sa ganun magkaroon ng intrinsic motivation yung mga employees to further improve themselves. And of course, the training delivery, no, approaches that include classroom as well as the e-learning. So, kailangan, whether yan ay nasa classroom or e-learning, maganda yung ating training delivery. And of course, dapat mag-design tayo ng mga leadership development courses, no? Ito yung parang sinabi ko kanina na we are trying to develop new leaders in the company. So this is just a framework or overview of strategic training and development process. First one is the business strategy, which includes the vision, values, and goals. Then, that's the time that we could able to have strategic training and development initiatives. So we could able to diversify the learning portfolio, we could improve the customer service, we can have some acceleration of the phase of employee learning, specifically if there's a need to promote or have new leaders. And of course, to capture and share knowledge. So after creating the said uh, concept, that's the time that we're going to have the training and development activities. So we could use the web-based training, we could make development planning mandatory, we can develop websites, no, for knowledge sharing, and we could increase amount of customer service training. So this could be some of the activities involved. Also, there are metrics that show value of training, no? We have the learning, we have the performance improvement, we have the reduced customer complaint, we have the reduced turnover and employee engagement. So pag sinabing metrics, ito yung parang key performance indicator if effective ba yung ating mga initiatives and activities that are aligned with the business strategies. Identify the company's business strategy. So sabi nga dito, no, the mission is the company's reason for existence. It may specify the customer served, why the company exists, and what the company does or the values received by the customer. So sabi din dito, the vision is the picture of the future, no, the company wants to achieve. Ito yung parang long-term goal nila na gustong ma-achieve. It could be they want to be the best, no? They want to be the number one company. They want to expand, no? Additional branches. Values are what the company stands for, no? It talks about the possible behavior and culture in the company. Moreover, um, to identify the company's business strategy, you have to use SWOT analysis. You have the strength, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. It involves an analysis of the company's operating environment. Example is the product markets and new technologies. Also, to identify opportunities and threats, as well as an internal analysis of the company's strengths and weaknesses, including people, technology, and financial resources. So, yun nga, no? Kailangan nating malaman yung mga magaganda, yung strength, no, weaknesses, at we can maximize that opportunities, okay? And try to overcome the threats. Let's proceed now. So, identify strategic training and develop initiatives that support the strategy. So here, no, strategic training and develop initiatives are learning-related actions that a company should take to help it achieve its business strategy. So sabi din dito, the strategic training and development initiatives vary by company depending on the company's industry, goals, resources, and capabilities. So I remember, no, there is a company in the US which is the Predimac, no? So, it is actually a mortgage finance company. Pag sinabing mortgage finance company, ito yung, kunyari, no, sa bahay, real estate, no, na mga, kailangan ng mortgage financing ng mga lenders. So, ayun, no? So, anong ginagawa nila, no? So, nagkaroon sila ng mga online courses, no? Nagkaroon din sila ng mga books, videos, and even discussion groups that help employees, no, to address their special needs. At ang kagandahan nito is gumawa sila ng learning portal. Kasi syempre, no, in order for, let's say, no, for the employees to assist their clients well, if there are technical questions or there are situations that they are not expert yet. So, yung learning portal, madali lang nilang ma-access yung mga training, no? So, may nakahanda na doon mga videos, mga materials para magamit nila for their jobs. Para lang sa ganun, once they face the client, no? Or once they do their jobs, ay kayang-kaya nila. So sabi dito, diversify the learning portfolio. Means that the companies may need to provide more learning opportunities than just traditional training programs. So these learning opportunities includes informal training that occurs on the job through interaction with peers, new job experiences, and personalized learning opportunities with the use, of course, of the mentor, the coaches, and also the feedback. Customized to the employee's needs and use of technology as well, no, including the web-based training. So, kailangan is hindi lang ang approach mo ay isa, no, like the classroom. Dapat is meron kang iba't ibang approach as mentioned in this paragraph. So, provide training and development activities linked to strategic training and development initiatives. So, these activities includes developing initiatives related to use of new technology in training, increasing access to training programs for certain groups of employees, and reducing development time and developing or expanded course offering. So, an example of strategic training and development initiatives was actually done, no, by American Express. Okay. So, American Express is a financial institution or Amex, no? Yun yung parang acronym niya. And it was actually in Minneapolis, Minnesota. So, syempre, no, as financial advisors, they need to have knowledge on their financial products. Okay? So, therefore, in order for them to handle, no, that transaction, um, meron silang mga yun nga mga training and development training and development initiative to fulfill their duties, no? Kasi hindi lang naman ang kausap nila are Americans but also different nationalities from different countries. So, syempre, iba't ibang culture yon, iba't ibang approach, iba't ibang way of discussing the financial products that can be understood by their customers. Another good example of how a training function can contribute to business strategy is by SANU, no, the Training and Development Organization of Sun Microsystem. So as you can see, no, these are their basis or guidelines, no. For example, in terms of customers, who are our customers and how do we work for them? In terms of organization, what is the nature of practices required to complete our mission? The next one is products and services. How do we ensure that our products and services meet strategic requirements? Also, in relation to research and development, how do we stay current in the training and learning fields and use our knowledge in these areas? Another one is in terms of the business system. What are the processes, products, tools, and procedure required to achieve our goals? Another one is continuous learning. How do we recognize that learning at Sun Microsystem is continuous, is conscious, and comes from many sources? And last is result, which is how do we obtain results according to our customer standards. So here, no, we have to identify and collect metrics to show training success. So sabi nga dito, when you say the word metrics, it is to identify training success or effectiveness, include the trainee satisfaction. So kumbaga, we have to identify if the trainees are satisfied with the training that we have achieved. Tapos, meron din tine-check tayo, no, which is the cognitive skill-based outcome and the business-related outcome. So, from the keyword cognitive and skill-based, nag-enhance ba yung kanilang overall competencies? Pag sinabing business-related outcome, meron bang resulta na nabigay sila, like the sales, no, cost, the quality of service, dun sa company. Meron din dito class, no, yung tinatawag nating balance scorecard, no. It means that it is a measurement that provides managers with a chance to look at the overall company performance. Okay? So, as you can see, no, we have the customer, we have the internal, innovation, and financial. So, buong aspeto ng kumpanya from customer, internal, innovation, and financial ay tinitingnan natin yung result, no? Ano ba yung meron sa customer? Of course, yung sa time, quality, performance, service, and cost. Pagdating sa internal, we have the processes, no, that influence customer satisfaction. Pag innovation and learning, it's all about operating efficiency, employee satisfaction, and continuous improvement. And lastly, pagdating sa financial, it talks about the profitability, growth, and shareholder value. So let's proceed now with organizational characteristics that influences training. Sabi dito class, no, research suggests that managers in traditional work environment are expected to do the following. So ano ba yung mga yon? Una, manage individual performance, syempre. They have to develop employees. They have to plan and allocate resources. They need to coordinate interdependent groups. Also, they have to manage group performance and monitor the business environment. So, ito yung mga characteristics. And also represent one work unit. So, this is an example of the roles and duties of managers in companies that use high-performance work practices. As you can see, they have their roles, which is managing alignment, coordinating activities, facilitating decision-making process, encourage continuous learning, and creating and maintaining trust. So, pag managing alignment, yan, no, nakalagay naman na you have to clarify the team goals and company's goal, etc. Pagdating naman sa coordinating activities, kailangan, no, merong meeting pagdating sa internal and customer needs, no. They have to quantify, no, we have to meet its quantity and quality objectives. Pagdating naman, no, example sa facilitating decision making is, ayun, no, you have to get the inputs from your teammates and to use effectively in decision making process, specifically on conflict and some statistical process control. Moreover, in terms of encouraging continuous learning, you have to help the team identify the training needs and become effective dun sa on-the-job training. And lastly, you have to create and maintain trust. So, kailangan is magkaroon ng uh, responsibility yung mga members, no, about their workload and of course how to they will deal with customers. Siyempre, hindi mawawala class yung top management support, no? Kailangan is merong vision, okay? Kasi pag walang support from the management, yun, hindi ma-approve yung budget at hindi rin ma-approve yung mga training programs. Kaya importante na may top management support. Another one is sponsor, no? The encouragement, resources, and commitment for strategic learning. Another one is governor, no? Ano ba 'yon, no? It's taking an active role in governing learning, including reviewing goals, objectives, and providing insights on how to measure training effectiveness. Siyempre, kailangan din ng mga subject matter experts in developing new learning programs for the company. Kailangan din ng faculty, which is teaching programs or providing resources online. Kasi pwede rin outside, no? Serving, pwede ring learner, syempre, of course, serving as a role model for learning, etc. And of course, the marketing agent. It's basically promoting the company's commitment to learning by advocating it in speeches, annual reports, interviews, and other public relation tools. So let's proceed now with the integration of business units. So ito yung the degree to which the company's units or businesses are integrated, no, affects the kind of training that takes place. So dapat, no, yung mga business, no, meron silang highly integrated business and employees. Na sa ganun, they could understand other units, no, services and products in the company. Kasi minsan, if one unit doesn't understand the other unit, possible na hindi nila maintindihan yung mga pros and cons or mga challenges na face ng unit na yon at hindi nila matutulungan. So, nawawalan ng understanding that may lead to also conflict. Pag nade-delay yung isang unit, hindi nila naiintindihan na may rason yun. So, possible yun, magkaroon ng conflict. So, training likely includes rotating employees between jobs. So, pwede magkaroon ng cross-training na ito yung trabaho ko ngayon, nasa workstation A, tapos ililipat kita sa other workstation. So, training needs in different strategies. So, we have number one, concentration strategy. So, paano ba to? No? It focuses on increasing market share, reducing costs, or creating and maintaining a market niche for products and services. So, yun yung concentration na nakafocus siya sa pag-increase ng market share. Paano naman ang internal growth strategy? So, ito naman yung focuses on new market, no? And paggawa ng mga bagong products and innovate and joint venture. Paano naman pag external growth? Ito naman yung pag-acquire ng mga vendors or suppliers or buying businesses that allow the company to expand. At pag sinabing disinvestment strategy, yun, from the keyword divestiture, magda-divest ka na, magbabawas, no, ng mga businesses. So, models organizing the training department. As you can see, no, this could be an example of an organizational structure na may director of training, no? Tapos ito yung mga under niya. Okay? Pero in reality class, no, there might be some centralization na pwedeng yung isang learning department, no? Parang mix na kung ano-ano yung kanyang ginagawa. So, this is an example of a customer model wherein, yeah, no, as you can see, we have the director of training, no? So, naka-focus naman sila sa mga customers. Okay? They are responsible for the training needs of one division or function of the company. Another one is the corporate university model, no? Ito yung parang school, no? Ang dating, no? Like the university. As you can see, meron silang mga ganito na structure na parang minomodel nila as an example in the university. And lastly, ayun pala, no? And that's the last pala. So, thank you so much for watching this video.